Okay, here we go. So today's Wednesday, and Bump In, the beginning of our intensive period of rehearsals for Roommates Live from Apartment 19, started on Sunday. I started by being late. I stayed over at a friend's house in Rockingham, accidentally. I hadn't really intended on doing so. And so I had to make the call to our director being like, hey, so I'm in Rockingham and I can't actually bring all the stuff I was going to bring, so I'm going to be late. And he was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. So we're off to an okay start. I make the shame trip home.
What the fuck? Get out of here.
I bring all my stuff in like crates and a big plastic bag. I needed my brother to give me a lift to the theatre because I fucking couldn't make that trip on my own with all this fucking stuff. And so now we're here, the big day where we actually move everything, our whole set, all our props into the venue. No one was there. I got there an hour late and only a few people were actually there.
This is it. This is fucking it. Where is everyone? Bump in. Woo! Bump in.
I was surprised. I got away with it, I guess. I got away with being late. So we got all the stuff that we'd all brought together. We brought all our things that we think we should have in the set from all of our homes. We brought all the furniture that we were borrowing from all the people. Nick brought like 3 tables. We got a couch from on campus. And we got everything, well, not everything we needed. We were still missing a bunch of stuff. We were missing people, for starters, who had the stuff. So while we were waiting for everything to get together, the actors ran the lines while the rest of us sorted through all the stuff that we had, see what we probably would use, what we might not use. But after a while, there was nothing really we could do but wait around. So we just kind of waited around.
This is all we have to do right now. Cool.
It was a chill morning. It was a pretty okay day. Eventually, we got all our shit together. We moved all the set around. We started putting stuff where they're meant to be. Basically, we had the basic set, and finally we had it. We had it all together, and that was really fun. As someone who was involved with set, it was really cool to see it start building up. I mean, I wanted it to be done immediately, but Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was our set. So we got through all that. We did a run of the show, and after that we had not much to do, probably because it was actually a scheduled lunch break.
This is how we rehearse.
Look at this nerd. Fuck you! But it kind of devolved somehow into...
Oh, that was action.
Wait, is this what Sarah's going to be throwing now?
Oh!
I know you're frozen. John, Toby.
Yeah. Ah!
Watch the bathrooms.
Oh, I love it.
I don't know! We have to leave to get a prop, and we're leaving this happening in the background. We're gonna find them all fucking dead when we get back. What the fuck? When we did get all of our shit together, we got even more things that we needed. We got some dresses for Abby to try on for her character of Tina. And while they were doing that, me and Mike went out to get everyone dinner.
We are on an adventure!
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 What are we getting on the
Pizza.
adventure? Pizza, yeah. It's not that interesting in hindsight.
It's adventurous.
It is.
My hair's look at this. Look at what I have right now. You can't. Here it is. Gross. It's all sweaty and disgusting.
Oh, your hair's sweaty. Yeah. Mine was physically dripping like an hour ago.
Well, I'm sorry.
I was on stage fucking up a lot of lines.
Oh, you did fine.
Hey, yeah, I may have fucked up a lot of lines, but I saved a fair amount of them as well.
That's what we need.
I have a backup phrase that I'm willing to and prepared to use if I do not have any fucking idea what my line is, and that's, "Old Toby, old buddy, old pal." If that gets said, that is the key word. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
You heard it here first, guys. You hear that in the play? He's fucked up his lines.
We got through one more run, this time with more costuming, and we called it a night there. And then we spent half an hour waiting at the train station so we could all actually get home. And that was day 1. Day 2. Once again, only a few of us were there when we were meant to be.
What's with this cast and being on time to fucking bump in?
Sarah had work, so she had a free pass, but who fucking knows what else happened. I don't even know. Scheduling. So today for me, Luke and Abby was about getting props. We went out into the big wild world and we went to a bunch of shops to get as many of the remaining props that we still need to get.
What's up?
Hey, hang up quick. What? You're recording.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, okay.
This is everyone's response.
Everybody, I'm so bad.
I'm gonna pop some caps. Only got $20 in my
Okay, we're done.
I would have actually recorded us going to the stores and buying all the stuff, but most of the props we were getting would have spoiled all the jokes. So you get none of that. When we got back, the techs had all arrived and they were doing their stuff. So we rehearsed in the workshop space again. We got through a run with our production manager reading for Mandy since Sarah was still at work.
Most recent ex-girlfriend.
Wait, what?
And I better be.
Excuse me.
Which was funny. After which it was time for yet another break, which we spent marvelously.
I'm going in.
Whoops! There's so much room for activity.
We are professionals. So now that we had most of our set, we had our lights. Shit! It's so real! We had our costumes. It's beautiful! And we also had most of our props, including a collection of photographs that we framed for the occasion. In terms of photos we're using for the set, we have this beautiful Renaissance number, which reminds me of the girl with the pearl necklace, and this beautiful, beautiful creature. Look at his wise little face. This is fucking great. I love being set people. We had one more run and then we called it a night. Tuesday, the last day of work that we have before we go up on Thursday. I spent my morning raiding my mum's linen cupboard for tablecloths and other such-like things for the set, and trekking all the way down to our possibly spider-infested shed to see if we still had our old kettle. We did. And because the other show was using the set before us, and because there was a meeting that the director had to go to, we could all relax for the first time in what felt like a fortnight. Even though it had only been a few days, time goes so weirdly in intensive periods. My mother gave me a lift to the theatre this time. I'm recording a video. Hello. Hello! Because in addition to carrying the kettle and a few other things, I needed to transport the last piece of furniture we needed for the set, a bookshelf that I happened to find on the side of the road that my neighbors, like just down the road, happened to throw out for Verge collection. What fucking luck, honestly. The last thing we needed just happened to turn up on the day we needed to get it. Right? Bless.
Look at that shit.
Hello.
So we get there, we unpack everything, we bring everything together into the little area that we have in the workshop space.
So I'm working on actually figuring out the set, and these fuckers are watching my fucking YouTube channel.
Here we are.
Get to work!
While the people who needed to do things did things, we prepared intensively for our final day of intensive rehearsals, which we were going to spend in our finished set. We finally had all our stuff together, we had all our dressings, we had all that shit done. It's there, it's basically ready to go. There are still a few more things that I will fix, and that's fine, but we have it and it's there and it's ready.
I'm not in your meme video, so I'm gonna be very disappointed.
This isn't a meme video, Luke. Wow, you're blurry on this. So we got ready for our tech top and tail run, which is a kind of run you do that's like shortened a little bit. It's for the techs, not the actors, so they can actually get all their cues right. Nick just came in with the express intention of telling us that this will be top and tail's first top and tail run. And I didn't get it.
Fuck off!
So we went through one of them. We actually did it with stage makeup this time, the people who needed stage makeup anyway. How fancy, we're really doing this right. Although to be completely honest, while we're doing all of these runs, the actors who aren't on stage are literally just sitting backstage talking. Not show conditions at all, we're just sitting around chatting. You've ruined everything. It's not very fancy after all. So after this, we had our notes from the director, we went and got dinner real quick. Came back at 8, relaxed, warmed up again, had one last run for good measure, and then we were done. And now it's today. Now it's the last day before Roommates goes up. It goes up tomorrow. Tomorrow is opening night. Tomorrow's opening night. It feels like it's been a long time since we started this, but it also feels like we haven't had enough somehow. Everything's come together and we've got pretty much everything we need. I still feel like, not that we're not ready, but like that this was further away than it turned out to be. And I know I feel this for every show. Every show comes faster than you think it does. But I'm focusing on different things than I usually am when I'm in those other shows. Usually I'm just an actor, but this time I am working with set, which has been a great time actually getting shit together. Man, I get defensive over this set. I'm not even the only one working on it, and if someone like moves a bit of furniture, I'm like, don't you fucking touch my baby. Someone moved an armchair for one of the runs, and I noticed it, and I wasn't happy about it. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's gonna be fine for the run because it doesn't matter. I'm getting off topic. But this show isn't just something that I'm acting in or something that I set managed for. This is the show that I wrote. This is my introduction to the local theatre world, the Murdoch theatre world, for what Sean Sislo can do. This is the first time that people I'm friends with, people who I respect, people who I look up to, people whose opinions I trust, people whose validation and praise I crave. They're gonna see that this is their introduction to my writing. This is them seeing that Sean tried writing a play and it got put on. Let's see how it goes. And I know the show itself I know we've got it to a good point, but there is no feasible way that I cannot worry. People might say, don't worry, it'll be fine, or it doesn't really matter what people think. But on some level, they have to know that that doesn't matter. That there's literally no way that this isn't going to be something that I'm going to worry about until the very last second, till it matters, and then forever after that. I want this to be really good. I want people to watch this show, and I want them to laugh, and I want them to feel things, and I want them to listen to the words that are being said and think about the events that are happening and think, wow, this is good. I want people to think that I'm good at what I'm trying to do. And this is my first play, so of course it's not going to be perfect. Of course it's not going to be a revelation or a masterpiece. I know that it's not going to be great, but I really want it to be. Of course, everyone wants to be the exception to the rule. Everyone wants to be able to churn out gold the first time they try doing anything. And I know that sometimes the first time people try something, if it's not gold, they give up. They get disheartened and they lose their passion. And I've done that in the past with some things, and I don't want to do it again. Because I had a great time writing Roommates, and I've had a great time working with people to realize it, to make it happen. And I'm really, really glad that it's happening, but we're approaching the point where it's gonna be judged and it's gonna be reviewed. It's finally gonna be shown to people, and I'm so worried, and I'm so concerned, and I really, really want this to go down well. And I know that it probably will. I know that this isn't a bad show. I know that no one's going to walk out. I know that no one's going to say they hated it, but I also don't want them to think, it was okay. I don't want people to immediately walk out, forget the whole thing. I don't want people to think, oh, that was cute. Or like, it was a good first try, Sean. Even though, at best, this is a good first try. For my... I don't know if anyone who watches these entries watched my open letter, but I'm afraid of progress, and I'm afraid of judgment, and I'm afraid of people seeing me try, because I don't want to fail. And I don't want people to see me fail and think that I thought I was succeeding. I don't want people to think, oh, Sean thinks he's so good, but this was a piece of shit. Because I don't think that I'm great. I don't think that I'm really good. I barely even think I'm funny, and yet I am trying. I'm trying really hard, and I want people to think that I'm good, that I'm funny, that I can write, that I'm... But not that I think I am. I don't want people to... See, this is the problem with being creative and putting yourself out there, because you're not just worrying about the quality of your own work, you're worried about yourself. You're worried about how people view you, not even how people view your work. You're worried about literally everything, every possible element, every aspect of the thing that you're doing, and you can't stop. And there's nothing anyone can do to make you stop doing that, because the world is chaotic and quality is subjective, and we go up tomorrow. Roommates goes up tomorrow at the time of recording this. We have worked hard. We have done great stuff. Things have been improved. Things have been changed. We have come a long way to make this happen. And tomorrow night it's happening. It's exciting and terrifying. But it's not the show itself that I'm worried about, because it's going to be fine. We're going to do our best, and it's going to be enough for us, at the very least. I know that. I know we're going to be happy with what we put out. Whether that's good or not, that's the next part. And that's for something else. And that doesn't come for a while. We have our show run to get to. Hopefully I'll see you there. I wonder if that was actually poignant, or if that just comes off as some try-hard fucking... I don't know. Thanks for watching these. I'll update you when we're done. I'll see you on the other side. Yeah, that one's probably better.